Welcome to Stacks and Stats. I'm your boy Sangeeth. If you're new to stacking precious metals, specifically silver, watch this video. I'm going to give you my top 5 tips that I wish I had known before I even started. Tip number 1. These guys are going to be your best friends. These two, okay? This is your silver buffalo and this is your silver maple, okay? Now, why are these guys going to be your best friends? I only recommend that you stack in ounces just because they're the most liquid, right? And the premiums on these guys are super low compared to other coins and rounds, okay? Now, the silver buffaloes, you can often find these with a premium of just $1, $1.50 above spot, and same with the maples, okay? I specifically like the maples because I recommend stacking in the country that you live in, and I live in Canada. But also the maples have security features that are like state-of-the-art that many other coins don't have. Okay, they also come with like mint guard so they don't milk and all that stuff. But I mean, they even have privy marks and all these ridges and stuff that, I mean, they are making fakes of these, but it's just harder to fake than other rounds. But these are your best friends as a new stacker. I highly recommend that when you start and you get your feet wet, you only stick with maples and buffaloes. Now, that's not to say that you can't stack other things like kangaroos and Britannias and the American Silver Eagles. Now, the premiums on these, even though they're a sovereign coin, a little bit high, but I would just stick to lowest premium possible. Tip number 2, I would, for now, avoid fractional silver. So what is fractional silver? It's pretty much any silver that's under 1 ounce. So you can have 3/4 ounce silver, you can have 1/2 ounce silver, and I mean, there's nothing wrong inherently with the silver. It's just that the amount of premium that you're going to be paying above the spot price of this is going to be noticeably higher than what you're paying for a round or a coin that is 1 ounce. And that's just the way it is. It's because it's just, they still have to mint it and there's less metal. So you're going to be paying probably 15% in some cases above spot for fractional silver, like 1/2 ounces or 3/4 or what have you. So I would only recommend stacking in ounces. You can also stack in 5 ounce bars or 10 ounce bars as well. The higher you go with these bars in terms of their weight, the more premium you save. So this is if you're feeling like, you know, you want to save that much more premium. I also recommend stacking in bars, but ideally it would be ounces and nothing less than ounces for now. Tip number 3, this is actually so important, it probably should have been tip number 1, but always buy from trusted sellers, okay? If you want to buy online, buy from like AppMex, Kitco, AU Bullion. These online retailers, they verify all of their stuff, okay? And I've purchased from them plenty and I've never had a bad experience. So definitely only stick with trusted sellers. There is a massive secondary market out there, like through eBay or Facebook Marketplace, and like the prices there are cheaper, and I don't blame people for wanting to save money. It's just do your due diligence and like don't buy from the guy who's selling on Marketplace who's got a blank profile and like, you know, 4 friends and he made his profile like 2 months ago. So I would avoid making, like, obviously dealing with people like that, just because like the amount of fakes out there are so good now. And like, you have to think about it. If people are going to fake a $10 Timex watch, they're definitely going to fake a silver ounce. Okay. And it's, as precious metals become more and more expensive, gold hitting all-time highs every week now, the fakes out there are going to be that much better. Okay, so I would highly recommend sticking with trusted sellers. If you want to go on the secondary market, take my advice, buy a magnet, a strong enough magnet, and buy a scale. Now this scale is only $10. It's off of Amazon. It goes to the 1,000th decimal place. Now this isn't a foolproof way to avoid scams or fakes. There are a lot of magnets, like a lot of fakes that'll pass the magnet test because silver is not the only non-magnetic metal out there. There's plenty of them. But oftentimes what you'll find is if you bring a magnet and a scale, you'll weed out about 80% of the fakes out there because, or at least the obvious fakes, because oftentimes when you weigh a silver ounce, it's very common that the weight is just completely off. Now, it's normal for there to be a bit of a variation with real silver coins, weighing in for 1 troy ounce being 31.1. Sometimes it'll be 31.2, 31.3 even. But I mean, if you're weighing 1 troy ounce and it weighs in at 27 grams or 35 grams, that should be a red flag that tells you this is fake. Okay, and also, if you're gonna go buy, say for example, American Eagles, or you're gonna buy a maple, bring a legit real maple with you. Okay, it's very easy to just put them one on top of the other and check them side by side. So bring a real one with you if you're gonna buy maples or eagles or what have you, and it'll be a lot easier to spot fakes that way. I also want to point out the fact that a lot of local coin shops, they will test metals for free. I think they do it just to, get people in their doors for like marketing. It works with me because my local coin shop will test up to 3 pieces for absolutely free. And I've actually met people and tested items there and have verified that way. So that's one other thing to consider as well. Utilize your local coin shop. Have a good relationship with your local coin shop. Tip number 4. I know we're stacking mostly for weight, but please do not clean your coins, okay? Now, the reason why you don't want to clean your coins is because more often than not, in fact, almost every single time, you are going to damage the coin, okay? A lot of these cleaners are very abrasive. You're also removing some of the silver that's on here. Now, say for example, you take a look at this American Silver Eagle and you see the toning that it has, and to most people that doesn't look good, it's tarnished. But if you clean this coin, you are essentially removing some of the value of this coin. People will actually pay you more for this coin being toned and tarnished than if you applied some kind of abrasive or some kind of solution to clean this coin. Now, I made this mistake myself when I bought 10 maples that were all milk spotted, and I cleaned them, only to find out afterwards that I had removed some of the value. So I highly recommend do not clean your coins. They are good just the way that they are. Tip number 5, stacking is a marathon. It is not a sprint, okay? Have a game plan. Do not chase it. Have your budget, stick with it. And I personally don't even consider stacking an expense because I'm just converting my money. But the reason why you need time in this game of stacking is because stacking's not a quick flip. You're not gonna stack a bunch of ounces and then flip them within 2 months. And the reason why I say this is because you're gonna need time in the game to just make up for the premium that most likely you will lose when you go to sell. So have a budget, stick with it, don't get lost in the sauce. Okay guys, those are my top 5 tips for stacking for beginners. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.